things are starting to get out of hand. I just wrapped up filming my update for the elderberry experiment, which you won't see probably for another couple months. Needless to say, all 5 batches of our elderberry are in primary fermentation, and they are 4 out of the 5 are glugging away because we just did our 5th and final addition to the experiment a couple minutes ago. But then I looked around, and I'll put in a little picture right now. Like, this is really getting out of hand. Let's do a count of just things in primary fermentation. I have 8 batches in primary fermentation, and then I have 3 in secondary and whatever I have bottled. But it's a lot to keep up on, so I realized it's been a while since I had done any updates on any of the others. So now we're going to do a quick video. We're going to be doing readings on everything that's in primary that wasn't just started. So none of the elderberries are getting touched tonight, but we're going to do another reading on our holiday fruitcake. We're going to do a reading on our Booberry, and we're going to do a reading on our Razzle Dazzle Raspberry Black Label. What do we start with? Let's see how this fruitcake's doing. So I got my handy dandy notes, and now I've got 2 notebooks. Anyway, so the last time we did a reading or even checked on the fruitcake was April 27th, and it was sitting at 1.054 at about 7.5%. I wasn't happy with as slow as it was fermenting. So I added a 1/4 teaspoon of fermented O, I stirred it, put it back up, and we haven't touched it since. So today is, it's still May the 4th, so 5/4. We're gonna do a reading on it. And I don't know about you guys, but anyone out there that has a little big mouth bubbler, are these lids really hard to get off? I know maybe it's just because I crank it down really hard, but I have to like hug it to break it loose. I feel like I'm breaking its neck. All right, we're gonna do a visual inspection. All right, but now we're just gonna take a reading. Let's get down past that fruit. Okay, on April 27th, we were sitting at 1.054. As of now, on May 4th, we are sitting at 1.014. All right, put a lid on it. I'm going to use my calculator I'm filming with, and real fast figure up the ABV, which is 12.8%. So I'm happy with that. So we're going to leave that alone, and we'll see what it goes from there. So now what are we going to move on to? We move on to the Booberry. Last time we checked this, again, was April 27th at 1.036. Let me give you a refresher on the Booberry. The Booberry started on April 19th at 1.085. Has a potential alcohol by volume of 11% if it were to ferment dry. Last reading was on April 27th. Now we're going to do one on May 4th. And let's get a reading on it. This is the fun part, because here soon, either take the fruit out or rack this off of the fruit. This had 2 pounds of pure and simple honey. Also had a 3-pound bag of Wyman wild blueberries. That's a lot of blueberries. Wash, rinse, repeat. All right, 1.002. So roughly that's going to be close to 11%. So here probably in about, I'd say, probably this weekend or in a couple days, I'm going to rack this off of this fruit because it's done what it's going to do. It's given its all, and it's time. Even though generally on these I would normally, as you've seen before, punch the fruit cap down, not physically with my fist, but I would use a spoon and shove all the fruit down to keep the fruit moist so mold were not to grow. I haven't touched this. I haven't touched it once. I haven't punched the fruit cap down or anything. So this is getting near the end of primary. Well, primary fermentation is done. I mean, it's done. The lid back on, put this back up over there, then we're gonna spin you around like we normally do, get a reading on a Razzle Dazzle Raspberry Black Label. I'll see you after I spin you around. As it sits, this one was started on April 15th. Starting gravity on April 15th was 1.115. On April 27th, it was at 1.012 at almost 13% alcohol by volume, but we did use Mangrove Jack's MO5, so that has an 18% alcohol tolerance. All right, but now I'm gonna crack the top on this, give it a good smell, see what we're working with here. God, it smells so good. It's so fruity. So now we got our extra large turkey baster. I made a fucking mess everywhere. 1.006. It dropped 6 points in a week, so it's still going. It's still going. And that'll conclude And that will conclude our updates on all the wines. And as always, thank you for coming and joining me down in the wine room, and I'll keep you updated on everything that happens. Probably a couple months you'll get all the elderberry videos. And until next time, guys, see ya.